Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Reassembly. We left off in the middle of nowhere, and there just happens to be a crescent over here that looks like it's wounded, but actually it's just pulling up its guns. Okay, that was not a good start. Okay, as I said, welcome to Reassembly, where, contrary to previous series, I have a habit of getting blown up by ships that are bigger and meaner than myself. We can trade currency. This. So last episode we managed to grow ourselves. Let's see if we can repeat that trick. Ooh, there's something small over here. Crush it! Okay, so let's have a look at the map. So the thing is, we're stuck in the center of the map. There's all the nasty factions are in the center. The more peaceful and less threatening factions are on the outskirts. So what I'm gonna do is just keep going south until things get less scary. So that station over there is going to be my first stop. Actually, murderizing this one is going to be my first stop. And then his buddy. So ooh, research center. It shoots drones, but okay, so let's get out of range of the laser beams. I might be in slightly over my head here. Though my armor is really holding up very well. Let's see, okay, so the problem is two ships. Let's take this one out. Let's see. Because once you get close to these guys, they're not that tough anymore. Since they don't quite actually have armor. Also, I seem to be stuck. Yeah. So this design needs some work. So let's continue heading south. I wonder, let's see if we can just make some very simple ship designs, or maybe even just small stations that we plop down along the way. Stations especially. Putting down armor is completely free and they are not hindered by it, so our stations ought to be very durable. Let's do it that way. Actually, flip this one a little bit, flip this one a little bit. No, it needs to point the other way. That way. Yes, like so. And like so, and like so. So now we have an armored core. It doesn't generate any power, so that's a useful thing to remember. And these are 60. So if we actually want to shoot our point defenses, we need a power. So let's put one of these on. So that's going to allow us some. So this is a decent amount of point defenses. And let's just put some of the smaller missiles on. Since we don't actually need energy for missiles. Oh, come on. Yes. 290 points for something that's reasonably threatening. Let's put a layer of armor around this. And then it's going to be truly terrifying. Or something along those lines. Just make sure at least that the sides are protected. We can probably insert a couple more in here. No, not quite. Okay. Let's see. Put a wedge against each of the sides. Can we put one in there? Nope, that's going to be too tight. Okay, so at least then, if we get shot at from most angles, the guns should be fine because they're protected behind at least a small layer of armor. That's gonna peel off, and then the gun is going to soak up a lot of damage, and then we got the core, and then we actually have the command thing. So this is a sentinel. For now, let's see, the pufferfish has been saved as a design. Yeah, okay. So sentinel is all I'm gonna build. Just leave a trail of sentinels. Yeah. A turtle. The name suggests I might actually be able to catch up to it. Oh yeah, I did. And we have arrived at our destination. Let's not auto zoom. Slightly annoying that auto zoom turns on every time you restart the game. So you always have to remember to turn it off. My ship was unresponsive. I think I really need to just redesign it. The thrusters are just horrible. Okay, cursor rotate ship. Can we upgrade? Yes, we can upgrade. Right, let's do that first. So, was the gunfish saved as a model? No. Now it is. Okay, so we have our core in the back. Let's work with that concept. So let's see, we can probably do something with this. Wait, it should actually be the other way around. Yeah, so this looks better. That actually fits. Let's put another one of those in. And if we put another one of those in, we actually have a platform to put something up against. And of course this just rotates, that also works. Okay. Okay, so what can we do with a base like that? Let's see, if we put a big triangle up and attach some this once again gives us a platform we can put things up against that can thrust us forwards and backwards. Because the whole reason I'm doing this is basically to fix my my navigation, because it's a bit forward. I think we need a something that actually can fit on the end. Does this work? That, yeah. So now we need a different type to put against here. So now we have it, something facing upwards, but it's not quite workable. Okay, this is slowly starting to look like it's workable. Let's mirror it, put it up there. Okay, so we have something facing upwards. Which almost. Almost. Ooh. So we can put some really big sideways thrusters on. So 13, 9, 5, 4. That's quite some engines, right? Yeah, it's great. I'm just gonna do it on all sides. So this is going to be a ship that's able to move very well to the sides. Okay, now I think we need some form of weaponry. Let's first put some more blocks on. Man, these go big. So yeah, so we can build a decent weapons platform off of this. Let's make it even bigger. Okay, so big missile launchers, check. Or maybe just start with a core of plasma cannons. Yeah, start with a core of plasma cannons. And then we just build off of that. Okay, yeah, we can put some of these pointy fences. But I can't fit them in, then let's fit them in between. Okay, so this is our point defense core. These are some targeted guns. Then let's add a bunch of antimatter torpedoes. And these are quite expensive, so well, I think we might be able to fit 2. Oh yeah, 6 points left. Oh yeah. Okay, so for some reason this is with all the things stacking and just guns bristling everywhere, this is like an angry snowflake. Let's see how the angry snowflake actually performs in combat. Oh wow. In terms of weaponry, some might be a bit light. It's mostly missiles with some guns. But whee! Look at how fast it can spin. Hey. What's those guys? I lost all my guns. But look at how fast I'm still going. Whee! Okay, I think I said something about heading southwards. Ooh, wait. Sentinels, yes. So, what's better than a sentinel? It's a sentinel with a factory, so... Let's just tack it onto the side. So it's not a sentinel, it's a fentanyl. This is a factory sentinel. And let's just build them, just alternate. So, first one going out. Ooh. Wow! That hurt. I think I need some forward-facing armor now. So if we just attach everything here in a slightly more defensive posture, then we can just layer some armor on. Let's see. That almost fits in the center here though. Oh man. So, still a small crack in there. It's bugging me, but I don't think there's much I can do about it. But at least now we have something to absorb some of the firepower if it's misaimed. We can even do it like so. Or actually put some of these large ones in. That might be a better idea, just to build a slightly stronger core. This one needs to be one size smaller to fit the neighbor. Okay, this should be able to absorb quite a lot of damage. It's nice just how fast it grows. There is the thing that killed us. Just stay at range. Shoot missiles. Wow, it just shot off our armor instantly. So yeah, let's stay at range. Is it even possible to just go through his armor? No. Okay. Ah, Big Brother is here. And he will tear you to pieces. Okay. So, ooh, awesome. We can just push the little factory thing as a forward scout. You, go, scout. No. Damn, those laser beams, they truly hurt. So make a small change. So these plasma condensers are quite some points, and we're not actually actively using them. So let's get rid of them. Let's go back to our old trick. Missiles. Missiles, missiles everywhere. Let's keep some of the very small point defenses as just that. Also means I can just make this one symmetrical again, and once again I am happy. Life is good when the ships are symmetrical. Wait, put the larger ones in. This one we can make as large as we want it to. 3,000 points. That's a lot of armor. Probably want one of these crystal tear-shaped blocks in there, just to have something to attach these things to. Yeah, I can just make a battery out of them. Let's not attach too many to each other, because if the big one gets lost, they all get lost, which might be entertaining, but it's not very practical from a defensive point of view to just lose all your weapons at once. And this one is off. Yep, they are properly aligned again. Nice, we can just put some defensive things in the back, and because we're not using a lot of power, we can save a bit on that. So those things, they were expensive power-wise. I mean, how much do they use when they're fully shooting? It's 9 per shot, 5 rounds 45, that's 90. These use 3 per shot, that's 20 per second. Okay, so basically a single one of these can actually handle all the firepower, all the defensive firepower we need. Okay, so that's where a lot of points were spent, or misspent, to put it slightly more accurate. Okay, so now we have a really big battering ram. And I'm just going to attach missile launchers to it. That's a lot of missile launchers. Okay, I was not quite planning to also... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We clone them, just twist them, that actually works. And that almost worked out as intended. Rotating weird angles, they don't really go well together. So, and for points, I probably want to put another thin layer around the corner like this to just protect them from sideways fire. No. Okay, for now, let's go with this. It's not a special snowflake, it's an angry snowflake. So we can shoot a lot of missiles. All that movement that I used to have, it's mostly gone now. It's just big, slow lumbering again. So let's see. Slow missiles are slow. Ooh, there's a shroud over there. A crescent. Okay, so that one is 5 times my size. Keep that in mind. Can we actually shoot it from this big a distance? Holy shit, we actually killed it. Yeah, next one. So if at first you don't succeed, bring lots of missiles and you will succeed anyway. Okay, now we can actually claim our bounty. All this sweet, 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 sweet red stuff. 1 station, 2 station. One station, 2 station. Another 1 station. Let's get over here. Ooh, that's not a claimable station, that's an enemy base. Blow it up. Blow it to pieces. Okay, we got too close. They're shooting at us. Oh. You look like you might actually be bringing some firepower. Not a lot left. Come on, I see the core. It's glowy here. Come on, explode it. Yeah. Sweet, sweet explosions. Ah, it's being protected by some cores. Another crescent. Yeah. You size. Behind us, another size. Okay, so getting slightly surrounded. I was hoping to actually get away from these guys, but now it seems I'm running into them. That's not my plan. Really, it was not my plan. Let's wrap this up by just explodifying this crescent, then we grab the station to the right, and then we call it an episode. Well, explodify or try trying. Aha. Okay, I think this is a pretty successful design, if I say so myself. And let's also just slowly start adding some ships to our fleet rather than only building stations. Yes, I don't want to claim this before I got the stations disabled that are guarding it. Because otherwise the station that will spawn there might just get instantly popped by them, and that would be kind of a waste of a claimed station. got it. And then let's grab all the red stuff before it does. The player wheel designs tend to be slightly nastier. Interceptor built by Darth Vader. Now you know it's dangerous. Really hard to spot with those really dark bodies. Okay, we're starting to lose some of our armor. Let's get out. Hang it. Alright, here, meet crescents. Have fun. Bye, Darth Vader. I'm just going home. Oh, look, it's all my station buddies. Alright, and that's it for this episode. So next episode, we're probably gonna face more crescents, more Darth Vaders, and more fun of all other sorts. But that's going to be next episode, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.